feel responsible for everyone on my team, for their families, their income, everything. That's what a business owner said to me this week. And then they said, that's why I can't step away. Now, as I'm preparing for a 6-week vacation, I'm having a lot of these conversations, and here's what they're revealing. The way most business owners try to protect their team is actually putting the business at risk. So if you're anything like the business owners we work with, you care deeply about your people. You want to be able to provide a stable payroll and a strong culture with opportunities for your team to grow, because you're not just building a business, you're building something that supports lives. So of course you step in when things go wrong. You fix problems. You make sure the clients are taken care of. You carry the pressure because it feels like that's what leadership requires. But here's the hard truth. The safest business is not one that's dependent on heroic ownership. So I want to say that again. The safest business is not one where everything depends on you. Because what happens if you get sick, or you have a family member who has a crisis, you burn out, or you're unavailable? If everything runs through you, your team is actually more vulnerable, not less. And I have some personal experience with this. And what I want to share with you is my experience that shows why owner dependency creates tremendous risk in the business. So in the summer of 2024, my husband, Ned, passed away suddenly and unexpectedly. This was the most horrific thing that I've ever experienced. It was so heart-wrenching. I mean, it's been 2 years now, and it still is deeply affecting our lives. In the moment that it happened, I knew I had to keep things together. Everything now depended on me and my family. I wasn't focused on the business at all. It never crossed my mind. And it wasn't until the next morning when I woke up and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm expected at work today. And I called into my team and I spoke to my team member who said, don't worry, your family already told us, we've got it. You don't have to worry about anything. And I don't remember the rest of that conversation, but I do remember saying, don't worry about Tap the Potential. We're here for you, to my team member. I had no idea how I was going to keep things going. However, my team had a plan in place because they were used to running the business without me, because I had taken multiple 4-week vacations over the years, and we have vacation tested the business to make sure that there's no key team member dependency. I was out for 6 weeks. I did not have to check in. I did not have to worry. The team continued to handle things. Payroll happened. We had leads come in. Sales were made. We actually had increased sales revenue during the time that I was out. And when I came back, I wasn't able to come fully back. It was many months before I was able to start working at a similar capacity that I had prior to losing Ned. Your team needs to be able to run the business without you. Taking vacation and vacation testing your business is not about you sitting on a beach somewhere. It is really about managing the biggest risk in the business, because owner dependency creates risk. So right now, that risk is showing up in your business as decisions that are bottlenecked at the top of the business. It shows up like team members waiting on you instead of leading. It shows up as systems that only work when you're involved. And over time, what that's doing is it's limiting growth, it's creating stress, and it's quietly putting pressure on payroll and your culture. So here's the hope that I want to give you. One of the greatest things that you can do for your team is build a business that does not depend on you. Your 4-week vacation may be one of the most powerful leadership moves you ever make, because preparing it forces you to build systems that your team can rely on. It empowers leaders to step up. it removes you as the bottleneck, and it strengthens the foundation of the business. And when that happens, you don't just get your time back, you create a business that protects culture and the people who count on you. So let me ask you, where does your team rely on you the most right now? Drop that in the comments. Or here's another way to think about this. If you stepped away for 2 weeks, what would your team struggle with first? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear. And if you're ready to build a business that truly supports your team and your life because it's not depending on you to hold everything together, join us for our upcoming How to Reclaim 10 Hours of Your Week and Pay Yourself More at tapthepotential.com/jumpstart. You're going to learn how to reduce owner dependency, how to reclaim your time, how to build a sustainably profitable business, because that's what really protects your team and makes a business that's strong enough to run without you. I'll see you there. Tap the potential.